welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a story time video. I don't know why I keep moving my hands. And please don't mind my brows. I'm trying to grow it out. When I went back home, my eyebrows was really skinny because I went and got it waxed. And I told them, please just wax a little of my eyebrows. And they ended up waxing like everything. So now I have to grow my eyebrows out again. So far it's been getting how I want it to be, so I'm grateful for that. This is not about eyebrows, this is about the story time video that I want to talk about. So yeah, let's get to the story. So pretty much what happened, how am I going to start this story? I worked at a grocery store and we usually get like certain tasks to do throughout the day. So my task for the 6 hours of me working was going to be in the freezer. I had to get my jacket and all that stuff. So I had to work with, at first I thought I was gonna work by myself, but I ended up working with my manager, who I'm really close with. He's like a dad to me, so his name's gonna be Steve for this video. I was like, yes, I'm working with Steve, you know? Because every time you go to work, you're just like, yeah, who am I gonna work with today? You know, like, who am I gonna see today? So working with Steve was like the best because I always get away with whatever because he's the manager and I'm just like, yeah, I'm working with these. We pretty much had to go in the freezer and they wanted us to break down this ice because I guess in the freezer section, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but there's like a fan that's supposed to like ventilate throughout the freezer and sometimes condensation drips out of it. I don't know how, but sometimes I guess people keep opening and closing the freezer door that sometimes the wetness or whatever, it drips and sometimes there's like a big block of ice. So there was like a big block of ice. It was like big enough up to my hip. Like, that's how big it was, the big block of ice. So we had to like break it down. I forgot what we were hitting it with. Oh, I think we had like shovels. Weird, right? We had shovels and we had to like break it down. That was our task. That's what our task was for that day. So Raul. Oh my gosh, I said his name. Steve, he was like, okay, Sam, we're gonna get this done, whatever. I had 6 hours. Like I said, 6 hours was my shift. So after 6 hours, I'm not staying any longer. So the first 3 hours, we were hauling out the ice. We were breaking the ice down. And I was like, oh, man. And I don't know if you guys ever felt being in the freezer, your nose starts dripping, your nose is red. You can't feel your fingers. Your face is so numb. Like, you can't even, I don't know. You can't even breathe. Like, your nose starts hurting. And you can't even blink because it's so cold. You're just like, the fan in the freezer room is, like, blowing in your face. And you're just like, are we done yet, Steve? I was like, are we done yet? I'm, like, hitting the thing. Like, are we done yet? It's so cold. So pretty much 3 hours in, we pretty much got the ice down, like probably about like this big. It wasn't even that much. And Steve decides to tell me, Sam, go get hot water. Go get hot water so we can just melt the ice and we'll be done. He's obviously been in the freezer too long because, like I said, we're in the freezer. What is he talking about? I'm gonna go get hot water and we're gonna melt a little block of ice. No, this doesn't work like that. So I was trying to explain to him, Steve, you can't just get hot water because we're in the freezer. It's gonna turn to ice. And he was so, I don't know. He was just so like, no, we need the hot water now because it's gonna melt the ice. And I'm like, okay, because he's the manager. I can't fight with the manager. So I was like, okay. Like, even though we're close, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna let you do your thing. So he told me to go get hot water. So I'm walking, getting a big bucket of hot water, and I'm trying to explain to one of my coworkers, like, Steve wants me to get hot water, and we're in the freezer, and he wants me to pour it on this block of ice. Like, hello, it's going to turn to ice, and all that hard work we did is going to be for nothing. I go with the water, and I'm, like, carrying it, because it's freaking heavy. He gave me this big-ass bucket, like a big-ass bucket. So I'm like, here, I got your water. Like, I'm so cold. I'm pretty sure, I don't know, like, it's hard to grip, like, curl your fingers after you've been in the freezer section for so long that you just start to be, like, I'm pretty sure I was carrying the bucket like this. I was carrying the bucket like this because I can't feel my fingers because it's so cold in the freezer. And I had my jacket on, just like, Raul. I just said his name. I'm just going to say his name, Raul. So, pretty much, I was, like, carrying the thing, and I was just like, Raul, like, how are we gonna, like, this is gonna turn to a block. And he's like, no, it's not. Give me the water. Like, I'm like, okay, fine, here. So I give him the bucket of water. He pours it, and guess what happens? Guess what happens? A block of ice. Like this, and I had a big-ass bucket. So I'm pretty sure the ice is gonna be pretty big. And it was. It was so big. And he's like, why'd you get the hot water? I said, I just told you that it's gonna cause ice. It's gonna make ice. Hot water's gonna make ice. We're in the freezer. Hello, we're in the freezer. So he's like cussing up. He's like cussing. And I'm like, I told you, Raul, that it is going to turn into ice. And he's like, I'm not fucking dead. And keep in mind, it's already 4 or 5 hours. And I only have an hour of work left. And I'm just like, who cares? Let's just keep working at this. He's like, I'm not staying in here because I got da. At the time, I was busting out laughing. I could not breathe. I was just laughing so much. But now that I think of it, it was so stupid because I don't know what made him think. I think it's from being in the freezer for so long because pretty sure we were in the freezer for about 4 or 5 hours. And we didn't even accomplish breaking down that ice because it got bigger. And he was like, we're going to leave it for the freaking nighttime crew. Let the nighttime crew do it. F this. I'm not doing this. And I was like, okay, leave it for the nighttime crew because I'm not doing it. I was like, I only got an hour left. I'm just going to sit in your office. I'm going to kick my legs up, eat whatever I need to eat, and then I'm going home. And that's pretty much the story. At the time, it was so funny. I was laughing so hard because he's so funny. He's like the funniest person. Not really the funniest person I ever met, but he's pretty funny. But pretty much that was it of my story. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. And if you hadn't already, or if you have, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Keep up to date with me. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit it. Hit the subscribe button. But yeah, please subscribe to my channel. And if you guys have any, like, I don't know, ideas of what videos you want me to do, go ahead and shoot me a comment down below. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Alright, bye guys.